Welcome to the Unofficial Guide to the European Board of Paediatrics examination.
Hello, I'm Kruno, and thank you for joining me today. In this video, I'll introduce you to my guide to the European Board of Paediatrics examination. But before we begin, I need to make a quick disclaimer. I'm not an official representative of the EAP, and I have no formal affiliation with the organization. I took the exam in November of 2025, and after several colleagues reached out asking about the process and preparation strategies, I decided to turn my experience into a guide. Today, I'll walk you through the full 10-part roadmap that I have planned for this series. We'll start with Part 1, Exam Overview, and conclude with Part 10, Understanding Your Results. In Part 1, we start with the essentials: what the exam actually is, who it's designed for, and what passing it really means. Understanding this properly will help you approach your preparation with the right expectations and mindset. My goal here is to bridge the gap between the official EAP information and the practical context you need, so you understand the why before we tackle the how. In Part 2, we focus on self-assessment, why baseline matters, the best mock exam options available, and how to use them as a reality check. Before you dive into books, you need to know where you stand. This is a crucial first step to ensure that you aren't just studying hard, but studying smart from day one. In Part 3, we move from knowing where you stand to building a structured study plan. We'll cover why planning matters, how to divide your preparation into clear phases, and how to create a timeline that's both effective and sustainable. A well-designed roadmap turns months of scattered effort into focused, tangible progress. In Part 4, we focus on one of the most important decisions in your preparation: choosing the right study materials. We'll cover the concept of return on investment, how to match resources to your available time, and common pitfalls to avoid. Because at this stage, it's not just about how much you study, it's about making sure what you study is actually worth your time. In Part 5, we focus on what's arguably the single most important component of your preparation: practice questions. We'll cover how they build deep knowledge through active recall, how they expose your weaknesses, and how they train the exam technique you need to perform under pressure. If there's one part of this series that will have the biggest impact on your final result, it's this one. In Part 6, we focus on the core learning materials that support your preparation. We'll cover review books, video courses, subject-specific resources, and how to use reference materials effectively so they enhance your learning without slowing you down. In Part 7, we explore additional training opportunities, including the EAP Core Knowledge course, NLS, and EPLS. While the life support courses aren't core study tools, these courses can enhance your clinical competence and potentially contribute valuable exam points. In Part 8, we shift from preparation to performance. We'll cover how to approach the day before the exam, how to manage your time and mindset during the exam, and the practical strategies that help you avoid common mistakes. At this stage, success depends not just on what you know, but how you think under pressure. In Part 9, I'll share my personal experience with the exam, how I prepared, what the actual exam day felt like, and how it compared to the other international exams I've taken. I'm not sharing this as a template you should follow, but as an honest perspective you can learn from, because in the end, your journey will be different. In Part 10, we wrap up the series by looking at how the EAP presents the results, including your overall score and breakdowns by section and topic, as well as how you compare with other candidates. Now there's one key point I want to emphasize, and I'll repeat it throughout the series. The goal isn't simply to pass the exam. The real purpose is to help you learn pediatrics more effectively, making you a better pediatrician in the process. While your final score represents an important milestone, the knowledge you gain and the clinical reasoning you build during preparation are what truly determines your success, both in terms of patient care and on the exam. With that in mind, I'll focus more on strategy and practical guidance than on simply listing content. I'll offer specific recommendations, but more importantly, I want you to understand the rationale behind them. You might be surprised at how much emphasis I play on proper study planning, but a strategic approach can genuinely make the difference between reaching your full potential and feeling frustrated or disappointed. Through this 10-part series, I aim to improve your overall experience and enhance your learning outcomes by clearly explaining both the exam structure and effective preparation strategies. If you're already an experienced exam taker with multiple international exams behind you, you may not need every detail here. But if you're relatively new to this type of exam, or simply unsure where to begin, this series is designed to give you clear structure, practical guidance, and direction. If you engage thoughtfully with this content, I believe you'll gain valuable insights that extend far beyond the exam itself. Insights that will contribute to your broader development as a pediatrician. So if you're ready to begin this journey, get something to drink, get comfortable, and let's begin.
Thank you for watching. If you found this roadmap helpful, head over to Part 1, where we'll dive straight into the exam overview. And if this series is helping you feel more prepared, please consider subscribing for the rest of the videos.